Okay, seems like things are better now. So I'll start. First of all, namaste and welcome to the Soma Matha online Sangha. Please join us in practice for inner peace, which brings clarity in life, improving health, relationships, success, and prosperity, and which prepares the mind for true meditation, which awakens intuitive knowing and spiritual sight. Each week we are announcing upcoming events and opportunities to participate in the activities of the Soma Matha organization based near Richmond, Virginia. Led by Swami Gananatamritananda, the Soma Matha is dedicated to spreading authentic teachings on spiritual yoga, mantra, meditation, Ayurveda, and other Vedic sciences for the peace of the world. We are working to build a temple for goddess Shakambhari Devi. Each week we will be sharing a teaching from Swamiji, doing group mantra practice and meditation, and conducting a simple puja or prayer ceremony for the goddess to humbly supplicate her to bestow her blessings upon the Sangha. A Sangha is a spiritual community who come together to support one another in their practice. Each individual gains strength in their practice from the collective effort of the group. Sangha feeds our practice. It nourishes us and empowers our efforts. It smooths and balances the challenges we face as it lifts our consciousness into subtler realms. Namaste. My name is Grant Ottinger, and I've been working with Swamiji for a few years. He's asked me to lead the Sangha since internet connection is weak at the property and live broadcast difficult, even though it's a little difficult here tonight too. Swami will be watching the Sangha and participating in the group practices and sending video teachings for the group each week. To receive, we must give. Our efforts to provide this virtual space and to publish the many free teachings available on the website, YouTube channel, and Facebook pages are dependent upon your support. We are encouraging all Sangha participants to formalize their connection by becoming Sangha members and pledging their monthly support through the Patreon. There are different tiers of support, so you can contribute according to your ability. All Sangha members will receive access to additional teachings and opportunities for support in their practice offered through Patreon. If you'd like to deepen your practice and your connection to the Sangha, please visit the Patreon and pledge your support. Link is provided in the description. For news, with cases of COVID rising throughout the world and cases in India still very high, Swami has asked people to daily light an oil or ghee lamp and recite 108 repetitions of the Maha Mrityunjaya mantra for healing. If 108 is too many, please do however many you can. You can reach out to us via the website for questions about the practice. The estate auction is online now. There should be links available in the description of this video and on our social media. The auction ends tomorrow, May 20th. We are still looking for volunteers to help prepare the property for sale. If you're interested, please reach out to us via our website, somamatha.org, linked below. We are still continuing our fundraising efforts, both to fund recurring bills at the property, but also to raise money for a new property suitable for a temple. So far, we've only raised about $30,000 of our goal to raise $300,000 by July 13th. Time is running out before we must move from this property into whatever space we can afford. We would love to be able to move into a space suitable for public worship, growing plants, herbs, and flowers, for space for all our animals, but we can only move into such a space we have the funds to do so. The current property will be listed for sale within the next few weeks, and there's a lot of uncertainty about where we're going to be able to move to after it sells. What happens in the next few weeks will determine where we can live moving forward, what kind of property we will be able to move into, and how many services we will be able to offer to the public. Right now is very much a crunch time, and so however you are able to help is very useful and truly appreciated now. What happens now will have long-term effects for the Soma Matha. And now I will share a recorded teaching from Swamiji.
Today we will be talking about the 9th of the 10 yamas, mitahara. Mitahara means a moderate appetite. Or this could apply to food. This could also apply to other sensory impressions that we take in. People are constantly taking in these sensory impressions, and this could apply as well. The diet is a very important concept in yoga, but so also this concept applies to everything else that we do. People are always on their telephone now, looking always at the distraction from their inner thoughts and feelings. They're not practicing yoga. Yoga trains us to look inwardly, and they're focusing outwardly. And that's really the difficulty with taking in an excess of sensory impressions, whether it's drugs or narcotics, CBD, taking different substances, getting too much pampering of the physical body, taking baths and getting massage and this kind of thing. If we do this often as a distraction, this is bad. Too much new clothing and all this kind of thing can qualify. This is all sensory outward stimulation. So being on the phone all day long, looking always at the different updates on Facebook. It's an endless scroll they have now. And we can just keep looking and looking, and it's addictive to people. And so we need to be moderate in all these kind of things. If there's a use for the telephone, we can use it. If a person has physical injury and pain and they need a massage to help, or a bath to help ease the soreness of the muscles, this can be good. But if a person overdoes it, it gets them focused very much outwardly. And of course, the sexual indulgence and everything can apply here. But so we'll talk in depth about the food. It's important to have the moderate appetite. And there are many people now who are doing the opposite. They're fasting. The tendency in general is for people to overeat. We eat more than we need to eat. And Ayurveda has a very simple description of why people have the tendency to do this. When we have emotions that we're having trouble to face and process, difficult emotions like fear, anger, sadness, this kind of thing, there's a tendency to repress it. And the different repressed emotions will go to specific organs in the body. Ayurveda has knowledge of this. The liver holds repressed anger. The kidneys hold repressed fear. The stomach holds a repressed sense of a lack of fulfillment. The lungs hold repressed grief, etc., etc. All the different organs, they hold specific repressed emotions. And so when we repress the anger, it damages the liver. Or vice versa, when we have damage to the liver, it causes anger to come about. And so if we take the herbs that's good for the liver, for example, then we have a purging, and a person might start urinating, and they urinate out toxins from the liver, and they start feeling anger, and the anger is purged from the subconscious mind. This happens also when we do our meditation, when we sit in practice. These intense emotions that we've been hiding from for years and maybe lifetimes start to come up. It's way more intense than people are ever prepared for. But if we do the opposite, we change the diet and we eat the foods that are bad for the liver, that clog up the liver, it will keep the toxins in and it will keep the emotions repressed. And so that's why people start craving the foods that are bad for them when they have a disease condition in the body. That's why people who are anxious are eating the foods that aggravate Vata dosha. People who have a lot of anxiety will be drawn toward eating raw foods and salad and dal and things like this. And people with a lot of pitta will be eating fried, spicy foods and maybe a lot of red meat and this kind of thing. And so this